Kelly, social worker and coach, specializing in adversity and grief and loss. So I want to talk to you a minute today about going through a divorce and some tips on self-care and what you could do to help yourself cope as you're feeling lousy, possibly rejected, possibly your world falling apart. How are you going to handle everything? So the first thing is you accept the fact that it's lousy, that you feel lousy, and that it's okay to feel like that. And there's nothing wrong with it. And you can feel all those feelings of anger and resentment and irritation and jealousy and sadness. But what do we need to do with that so that we don't remain stuck in it besides feeling it? Well, we could also at the same time shift a wee bit by thinking of what's working well. WWW, what's working well. So even though we're going through hell and back, and even though we're feeling terrible, there are still parts of our lives that are working. So perhaps before bed, you take out your journal or a piece of paper and you write down 3 things that you're grateful for the day. We call it the 3 blessings exercise. And even if it's the smallest thing, I got into that hot shower today and it felt wonderful. I was able to take a 10-minute break and wrap my hands around that hot cup of coffee and just sit quietly. That felt great. I am healthy. That feels wonderful. There is always something to feel grateful for. And the studies show that when we hone in on what is working well and what we're grateful for, it helps us cope better, it raises our immune system, and overall helps us do better in our overall life. So that's number 1. Number 2, the other one that I just want to speak a minute about is taking care of ourselves. Self-care. Very, very important, because as we are feeling bad emotionally, we don't want to let our whole bodies go run amok. So we need to exercise, we need to eat healthy, and the challenge is that when we're feeling so badly and we're feeling down, that's when we don't want to take care of ourselves, because we just feel like a mess and we look like a mess and we don't want to do anything to help ourselves. And that's when we need to kind of gather little bits and pieces of strength here and there, baby steps, and say, maybe today I'm going to take a walk. Today I'm going to eat 2 pieces of fruit. Any small steps that help us do something in a positive direction to help ourselves sets up that upward spiral. And then we can at the end of the day say, pat ourselves on the shoulder and say, I did something for myself. I walked 5 blocks. I had a healthy breakfast. Something. And that's reinforcement for the next day.